Hey, good morning. So of late I've been thinking about the issue of faith and pointing our children to the Lord. We have faith of our own. We trust God for stuff. We pray for God's provision for different things. But do we point our children in that direction as well? Or do we just provide for them? When they need something, you just pay. How often do we allow our children or point our children in the direction of faith, that they can trust God for whatever it is that they need, that them coming to us does not preclude them from trusting the Lord for their needs, for their daily needs? And are we in some way sabotaging their faith by providing for them? That every time they need something, it's given. And we never tell them, trust God. We never reveal to them the extent of faith that we have to engage in order for some of this stuff to happen. For some of us, or for many of us, daily bread or the stuff that we provide for our kids, school fees, uniform, all the stuff that we do for them, is not something that just comes automatically. We have to trust God for it. And sometimes it's bigger stuff. But at the end of the day, we walk with God through faith. And our walk with God is strengthened when we trust Him for stuff. When we don't see the way forward and we call unto Him and He makes a way where there seems to be no way. That strengthens our faith. And can we do the same thing with our kids? Can we put our kids in a position where they are also trusting God for stuff? That they're not just waiting upon us or just asking us. And it's not all things, you don't want them to be coming to you for, or for them to be, in that state all the time, because their faith has to grow. But every now and then, how about we allow our children to trust the Lord? Yeah, let them ask God and let there be no clarity about what happens next, and let God come through for them, so that their faith can also be strengthened. I think that's a way of raising them in the way that they should go, so that when they're older, they will call back, or they'll remember the time when they had to trust God for stuff. That it wasn't just automatic, that I just went to dad and money appeared. But I had to ask God, and God came through. So yeah, I don't know what you think about that. Do we sabotage our children's faith by providing for them, without showing them where this comes from, and without allowing them to exercise their faith? Tell me what you think.